offers AP exams. So part of the AP system, I think it helps you to transfer credits to university later on once you graduate. And there are also AP classes that you can take, but all in all, during the AP exams season, it's basically your choice whether you want to take which exam or not, even if you haven't taken the class. So you can definitely study for an AP exam yourself if you think you're prepared, and then take it. Just for students especially that are planning that, oh, I might want to transfer credits, because to my knowledge, I don't think just from the OSSD that you can transfer credits. I think from when I was in Appleby, the only way I could transfer credits was from taking AP exams. So that there's definitely that choice. There's the AP classes and the AP exams that you can take while during your time at Appleby.
Did you both take AP exams?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I took some. I think
Wow,
I
how
took
many?
Yeah,
How
I think
many
I
AP
took
exams?
one my first year, so in grade 11, and then I think it was maybe two the second year. But
Wow.
yeah.
And Jenny too?
I think I did in total two or three AP exams. The reason why I didn't do more, which I could have if I want to, is because I realized my specific university just didn't really need it. So it was something to consider as well financially, because you have to pay for each exam, and I felt like it wasn't really necessary on my part to do it, because I felt like I was learning a lot already, and I didn't really need to prove any more otherwise. So yeah, it was different for me and Joanne.
Right, and just for our viewers, there are certain terms there that you may be unfamiliar. So I'm just gonna give you briefly a description of what we are discussing earlier. OSSD is an Ontario Secondary School Diploma. First of all, the first thing that you need to understand, unlike Indonesia, where all education is coordinated under one ministry, which is Ministry of Education. Hence, all the high school certification all comes from the federal or the top government. In Canada, education is under the jurisdiction of the provincial ministry, and hence the secondary school diploma issued is the province secondary school OSSD, but it is internationally recognized. And basically, I too was a graduate from a high school in Canada, and that high school diploma is not only recognized domestically in Canada, but also overseas. Jenny and Joanne both are living proofs to that. They can testify to that, because Joanne is currently studying in US, and Jenny is studying in Swiss and just back in Indonesia on break right now. But and another explanation about the AP. Now, OSSD is just a high school diploma that you can use as a proof of completion of high school to apply to post-secondary institution. But AP exam is like an exam that you can challenge, and if you can pass it well, you can use it as a transfer credit. So when you start at a university, you will not be starting at 0 credits, because some of the credits will be transferred to you. Now, the obvious advantage to that is obviously you won't have to start from 0, and that means you will be able to shorten your study a little bit, and actually doesn't need to do several courses that most freshmen have to do in their first year. So that's an obvious advantage.
So the curriculars are something, it was one of my favorite things about Appleby. They take it so seriously. And to me, I realized then that it is so important for your mental health as well, because I feel like it's so taboo in Indonesia, like especially for us in our middle school here. It was like we didn't really have co-curriculars. Everything was very academically dense, and everything was just study, study, study. But then Appleby came around and we were like, oh, we actually have to pick a club. We actually have to pick a co-curricular. And we were just not used to it. And we were pretty overwhelmed, to be honest, Joe and I, because there were so many options to pick from. Like you could do sports, you could do service, you could do leadership. You could do arts. It was like incredible, the array of choices. So I throughout my 2 years in Appleby, some of the co-curriculars I did was varsity rugby. It was a very, very new sport, and I had so much fun. I didn't even know what rugby was before, so it was so exciting to learn new things. I did varsity rugby. I did a daycare service, so taking care of little kids. I did chapel warden, which was a leadership position for grade 12 that a lot of people can, there's a lot of leadership opportunities as well in Appleby. I did Camp Vista, so being a camp counselor. I did a seniors residence where I went to a seniors home and took care of retired seniors. I also did fitness. I did ACMAN for a year, so Model United Nations for a year. So yeah, there were so many choices. These are just some of the very few choices. There are like way more than that. And Jo, actually, she participated in completely different things than I did.
One is definitely the environment. Second is definitely the diversity. Thirdly is definitely the ratio of students to advisors. And thirdly is this. Fourth is, this is my husband's idea actually, that it should be near a city. It should be near to somewhere that they are not secluded, and easy to get food, easy to go to the hospital if needed. And also family members from my side, I have family members in the East Coast that can help me anytime when I need them.
Sometimes you also have to look at the association the school is belong to, right? And our school is a member of called World Leading School Association, WLSA, but also another very elite group called G30, the top 30 schools, okay, around the world, and Apple is part of it. And the head of this G30 group actually meet together once a year. They share some of the great ideas, new innovative ideas in the education front, okay? And we are also a member of Run Square. Some of you may or may not know, the Run Square is an organization actually founded by Greek prince. And the focus of this organization is promote the adventure, outdoor education, and exchange culture. So there's a lot of activity going on yearly. But also we are part of the called CASE. CASE is the Canadian Association of Independent School. So basically they do accreditation, okay, they send the inspectors to member schools every 7 years to making sure the quality of the school meets the criteria set by this organization.